Hey, welcome. We are at day number 12. If you've been watching this and paying any attention the last few days, I've been speaking pretty extensively and focused on the issues that I've been running into with tokens or usage with AI. And throughout the day, and we're trying to use explanatory mode or normal mode within Claude, running into messages where I've kind of capped my usage and couldn't do anything more, and I'd had to wait a couple hours. And yesterday, and the stand up had noted I had run into a chat max capacity or chat max limit where there was nothing more that could be done moving forward with that chat. That apparently a chat has a maximum size of text or tokens, again, whatever the technological word is, but there's a set limit of how much you can put into one chat history. So I ran into that, was quite disturbed and quite upset of not knowing what to do next. Did a little bit of research of questions of whether to go to an API because you can use more tokens, you get more usage out of it, or using another chat. Spoken to a couple of people in the mastermind group who suggested going to another chat, opening another chat. Now, my biggest concern there had been is AI isn't human and doesn't have a memory. So what am I going to do when I need to move over to another chat? How is the AI going to remember everything that we've done? The thought was, and right, they gave a couple of suggestions. So yesterday I figured, okay, right, what's the worst that's going to happen here? The worst is it just doesn't remember what it does, can't figure it out, and I kind of grind to a halt. But I've learned that AI has its limitations. Was quite surprised and quite happy that it AI seemed to be able to learn pretty quickly. So what I done was had given it some context, saying, "Hey, in a different chat, we had built this app, had given some context to exactly what we were building and what we were looking to achieve, and some of the coding and stuff that we had done, and said, okay, what do we do next, or how do we ensure that you remember or know what we've done, so we don't do things again and we don't make mistakes and we're able to finish the product." And the first suggestion was to provide it with the folder structure, so it knew exactly what folder structure we had in the product, and a couple other questions. So put that in, add a couple of context, and then it started figuring out, okay, where we are, where we needed to move forward. So as we were moving forward and would give suggestions, quite a few times it would ask, hey, give me the current version of this file so I could see what code is in there and what exactly needs to be changed. So it would copy and paste the code into that file, and it would say, okay, this is what we've done, here's what we need to edit. And it was extraordinarily surprised that we're able to move forward, and it was able to quickly understand, okay, here's what I did, here's now the next step of what we need to add. So yes, extremely pleased, most of the way done with the product now. I think all the features and functionality of the product are now complete. The last two things are going to be working on. So that's yesterday. We'll get to that in today and tomorrow for the rest of the week. Um, a number of times it had to, again, be prompted and kind of reminded and things like that, which is okay. I saw a hint early on, which I don't know if I just disregarded the first time, but it suggested, after I took a little bit of break, of, hey, the longer these chats go, the more tokens it takes and the faster it'll run out. Of course, I've learned that the hard way, but it's good to know that. I eventually, at the end of the day, ran into the time. You did enough and too much within this time, but I think that was fine. So quite excited. Definitely got over a huge hurdle yesterday with getting it into a new chat. My hope is that I can complete the rest of the app within this specific chat, and then maybe a third chat of how to actually put it into production and put into a web environment. But uh, extraordinarily surprised and super happy. So today, the progress will be, there's two pieces that are left. Number one, analytics, really more for my usage around usage and some of the data points, and being able to push that into a third party product, where I think it's going to be Mixpanel. And the fourth is building in the billing and payment functionality. So I think those are the big things that are on the task, probably for the rest of this week. I'm hoping to get those done by the end of the week. But I think really once the analytic piece is finished, we'll be able to start doing some internal testing with my mastermind group, and then maybe one or two Telegram groups that I know. If all goes well, hopefully by the time this point next week, we'll be out and trying to test and get customers. So quite excited to that. Made a lot of progress yesterday, which was very exciting. Seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, which is definitely more exciting. And to really see that, yes, there are definitely limitations within Claude and using AI to code things. And I haven't seen really anyone talk about those, I think, from a business perspective or from a non technical perspective. And maybe it's something I hope to do afterwards. But I think we're at the point where it can build some basic products. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Until tomorrow and day number 13.